To question 3. This time we've just got an equation, no help, we've got to solve these ourselves. Okay, so a few more marks available, 2 for A and B and 3 marks for these two. Okay, so I'm going to draw lines down either side. Good thing to do with any equation. Now we want to get rid of this 4 first. To get rid of divide by 4 we would times by 4. So that's now gone. What I'm left with is just the top row of that fraction. Sorry, I don't know why this is selected. Let's see if I can just get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so whatever you do, don't times this by 4 again and get 8x plus 12, because then you'll have effectively done it twice. Okay, remember the whole reason we did that was to get rid of this divide by 4. And that's all it does. If we times this side by 4, we get 6. Okay, and you can use your calculator for things like that to calculate a test. We then want to get rid of this plus 3 by minusing 3, which leaves us 2x equals 3. And then we want to get rid of the 2 by dividing by 2 finally. Okay, so x equals 3 over 2, or 1.5. I'm just going to put 3 over 2, either is fine. Okay, and there are marks available. Anytime a question is worth more than 1 mark, that means there's marks available for working out, so please show it. There's also space given for working out, a huge hint that we want you to do it. Right, onto an equation with x's on both sides. When we have an equation like this, we want to get rid of the fewest number of x's. Okay, and that should be our first step. We want to get rid of these 2 x's. To do that, we take away the whole lot. Take away 2x from both sides. Okay, that will just leave us now 7 on this side. But what's it done to the left? Well, if we've taken away 2x, the only thing it's going to affect is this 4x. 4x take away 2x is 2x. It won't affect this. This will remain minus 3. Now this is a simple 2-step equation to solve. We're going to add 3. That will give us 2x equals 10. Don't forget to do it to that side. Then divide by 2. So x equals 5. Okay, a little bit harder on this one. There's an extra mark available. The only reason it's a little bit harder compared to the one above is that we've got an expand to do. We've got to expand this bracket. So that's the first thing we'll do. Hopefully I have enough room to write this down. When we expand the bracket, we're timesing by that number outside the bracket, each thing inside the bracket. So 2 times x gives me 2x. 2 times negative 5 gives me negative 10. And now it's no different to the one above, really. We look for the fewest number of x's. This time it's on the left, and we're going to get rid of them. So we're going to do that to both sides. I didn't write expand on both sides because this side didn't need expanding. Okay, so if that's gone, I am left with negative 10 on that side. A lot of people get tempted to get rid of a negative, but please leave it if it belongs with a 10. If I take away 2x from 3x, that just leaves me 1x, or x. And then finally I'm going to get rid of that 4 by taking away 4 to leave x on its own. X on its own is exactly what we want. Negative 10, take away 4 is negative 14. Any things with negatives, guys, just do on your calculator for this test. Okay, and finally the last one. You really know your stuff. Excuse me.
I'm going to answer these.
Cheers, playing in the background. There we go. Right, now we want to get rid of this 4 and this 2, but we can actually do it in one swoop. So if you look for your bigger number on the bottom and get rid of that one, you'll see how it wipes out the other one in this case. So I'm going to times by 4. Okay, and that just simply gets rid of it on this side, so we've just got 3x minus 1. Okay, now if I times this by 4, what really just gets times by 4 is the numerator. Okay, and I could either write 4 and then bracket and then put that inside, but then I'd only have to expand that in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and directly times each of these things in the numerator by 4. So 4 lots of 2x will give me 8x, 4 lots of 5 will give me 20. And that divide by 2 is still there. Now we could times both sides by 2 here to then get rid of this, and that would double these. And that would be right, okay, but each of these things is divisible by 2. I could just divide these by 2 If I said to you, what's half of 8x plus 20, I'm sure you'd be able to tell me that the answer is 4x plus 10. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and do that. And that's a neat little trick that works if one of these things is a multiple of the other, okay, and if you multiply by the bigger one. Now I'm going to get rid of my 3x because they're my fewest number of x's. And that leaves me negative 1 on the left. Taking away 3x from this gives me just 1x plus 10. And then finally I want to take away the 10, leaving negative 11 equals x. So x equals negative 11.